Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Look, free hands. I usually hold the camera up like this. This little mount. It's got a Bluetooth, and what it does is you can actually, you know, set your thing on your camera, your Bluetooth on the phone. Mirror it with this, and you can turn your camera on and off from wherever, or take a photo or whatever, and a volume up and down for your volume in case you want to do that. I think it's kind of neat. And we paid like $10 for it. And my wife got it from Lazada, COD. I should actually put some of this stuff in my links, so if someone wanted to buy it. It's unique. It goes about, well, I'm sitting in the chair and it's level with me, so what is that, 2.5, 3 feet tall. It's adjustable. It's plastic. It lasts a long time. All right, today I wanted to talk about karaoke. And what do you do in a situation you have karaoke? Say, for instance, you have neighbors that are have karaoke on past the curfew. Here, curfew is 10 o'clock at night, no noise. And they actually they do a pretty good job enforcing it. Most people do not go past the line. Every once in a while you'll have a party. It goes on till 2, 3 in the morning. And it's really, really bad when you have it on. No matter how tight this house is, no matter how much, if you have a neighbor across the street or close to you or next door to you that has karaoke on, you're going to hear it. You know, it's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to hear that boom, 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 and them singing. So what do? The smartest thing to do is, as if you're a foreigner person living here, you cannot really, you can confront them, of course. You can, if you know them very well and you have a relationship with them, of course you can confront them either that night. Usually it's kind of hard during the night because they're drinking. So it's not really a good idea to go out at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning and confront someone. In Manila recently, a neighbor kept doing it. The other neighbor got mad and warned him once, warned him twice. Third time went over and shot him. Shot him in the arm. The thing about it is here, what is practice that I have found. I talked to the captain. He said the normal process, since I am who I am, is take a note over. Just take a note. Have your wife write it in the language. Take it over and say, "Well, can you please lower your volume?" If that does not work, then of course you go to the captain. He said, just come to me and I'll take care of it. But it's hard at 3 in the morning, so you're not going to do it. But say, for instance, it's just going on and on and on. You can actually talk to him about it. He'll go do it. Now, a lot of times what happens, if you file a complaint, and you really don't want to do that. You don't want to go down and write papers up. You really don't want to start that because it creates more of a problem it's worth. It's always best to keep your neighbors in good graces. I mean, they're having a party, and it's okay. So it's all common sense. You know, it's like anything else. It's like in America. In America, they have police. You just call the police and they go there. Well, who turned me in? Well, your neighbor turned you in, and they'll tell you a lot of time. Well, so and so across the street called in a report that you're too loud. Here, you only confront the neighbor because there's not really anybody policing the streets and this, that, and other. So the best thing is go ahead and just to have someone go over there, and usually a daughter or your wife or sister or someone go, can they lower it? If that does not work, then you go to the next step. And that could be many different things. A lot of times you find that it's really students and young people that's doing it. It's not the elderly. You're not going to find somebody up at 3 in the morning that's 60 years old, and unless they're drinking. And even the guys drinking, they'll stop at a decent hour because most of them got to go to work the next day. So it's all about being calm and being smart about it. If you start filing a report, then all of a sudden you get in a bad situation. So the easiest way here that I have found for me personally, take a note over. Please ask them to lower it, and come to find out what it was. We were having this boom, boom, boom karaoke, and come to find out was the parents were leaving and going to town to visit someone in the hospital. And they did not know that their person, a young adult, was there playing music, boom, 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 boom. And when they get back home, the child would know, well, they'll be back in an hour, or they would call and say, I'm coming home. And the person would know that they just lowered the volume. Well, if someone's gone at 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, and it would, here it varies. You know, you could have them start, a lot of them, they rent the units, and at 1 o'clock in the morning, they're still going sometimes. And they rent those karaoke machines. They drop them off and they pick them up the next day. Next day, the guy's there at 8 o'clock in the morning to pick it up. So at 6 in the morning, they're on it until the guy picks it up. So, and that's happened many times too. There's always a party, always something going on, always a fiesta, always something happening, and it's fantastic. It's fine. But in order to handle the karaoke being loud, it's always best is to take and just write a note or something like that, or have a neighbor say something. And Chicha says that she's done that in the past where she lived before. She couldn't really, she had a neighbor go talk to him because the lady knew them very well, and says, hey, can you please, Lord, you're keeping all of us up at night. And so they started from now on, from that second on, and they're keeping it lower. And a lot of people do respect you. It's not really a bad thing here for me. I mean, since I've been here for a year on this lot in my house, 10 times maybe. Some 2 a month, 3 a month, and then don't hear anything for 2 or 3 days. I mean 2 or 3 months, and then it cranks back up. Usually you'll hear it far away or way down there. Here where I'm at, there's a rice field, and there's about 6 or 7 homes here, but we're all kind of like in a group. And then over there, you go around the corner, they're my age, you know, and the students work. Students are going to school. Students going to Manila, coming back home, going to college. So you have it, but you really don't have it. Sometimes when they have a funeral, the last day of the funeral, they'll party a little bit and sing, depending on what denomination they are. So I want to thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe.